I feel like the best way to describe the different stages of this group development model is to use my current softball team here at the university. The first stage is forming. So, in our terms, the best way to describe it would be introducing ourselves every year. So, every year we get new teammates. We don't know who they are. We just have a basis of what their name is and where they're usually from. And so, this brings in the fact that we have to get to know them. We have a lot of team bonding exercises that help with this. And yeah. Stage is storming. This stage focuses on roles and how people find themselves in their own individual role in this group. Relating this back to softball, there's different positions on the field with many girls at each position, and getting to know or having the coaches know who's going to be the starter over like other girls on the team. Conflict also comes into this. People don't know how to sometimes react to conflict within the team. So, like, if some girl or one of my teammates were not doing what they needed to be, and one of my other teammates tried to tell them, they could take it one of two ways. They could either get really mad or they could understand that, okay, I need to do this kind of thing. It is norming, and norming focuses on having an ideal goal for the group that everyone's all for. Another term could be used as like culture for this instance. There's a lot of things that get cleared up in this stage. So, for example, on our team, if we really need to have somebody follow what our standards are that we made as a team, standards include not going out and basically doing the right thing. We would say a code word as like straight standard before we told them what we wanted to say, so they would take it in the light that we need to be on the same page. Um, Also, there's repercussions for people who don't follow the standards, in which are hills. So that's just for our team, but this can apply to like any group out there. So like if you're in the workforce, you could get fired if you did something to an extent where you weren't supposed to that wasn't for the group. Next stage in a softball context, it's super simple. It's black and white. This includes just winning games, just performing on the field, getting a hit movement whenever we need to. As a bigger goal for in softball context, it would be winning WAC, which is our conference, and then eventually going into regionals. Another aspect of this stage is that there's a lot of information being handed across. And you can relate this back to softball as like somebody will go up to hit, and depending on what pitches they get and how they did with them, they could tell the next hitter who's going up what they got. And so then the hitter who's going up next will have a better idea of what the pitcher's throwing to them. In this stage, too, there's not a lot of conflict. So for us, I would relate this back to our like in season, so which is the spring, because there's usually not a lot of conflict because we're all focusing on our main goal. The joining stage. So I would relate this stage back into like whenever people graduate from our team. We meet new people every year, and every year we send off people because they're seniors and they graduate. The best way I could explain this in a softball term is like last year we had a team 44, and it included all the people on the team at that specific time. And this year we have team 45. So there's different, it's two completely different teams. Well, not completely different, but there's two new people on team 45 than there was on team 44. Um, Even after people graduate with us, we maintain a relationship with them still. We bonded with them over the years that they were here. We don't think we would ever lose contact with them. And yeah.